Hey, Seth Cherapak here, the Red Neo. Welcome to day number 4 of your 7-week mind-body reset. And I want to clarify something in case it's not clear. All these action steps are stacking on top of one another. In other words, you don't do day 1 and then move on to day 2 and then move on to day 3. You do the exercise for day 1, which was a 4-hour screen time fast before you go to bed. And you do that day 2 as well, and day 3 and day 4. Like, that's a permanent thing. Okay, so we're adding these action steps on top of one another. It would do absolutely no good to do it just one day. Okay, so by now it's day 4. We should be fasting 4 hours in the morning from screen time and 4 hours before you go to bed every single day. We also are taking 12 intentional breaths when we lay down to go to sleep at night. And I described what an intentional breath was. That's my dog drinking water in the background, by the way. He's making a little bit of noise. He doesn't know I'm recording. Anyway, so 12 intentional breaths into the nose, out through the mouth, holding 3 seconds when your lungs are full, and making sure that you're doing diaphragmatic breathing. And I told you could put a book on top of your stomach as you're laying down in bed and watch the book go up and down. That means you're doing diaphragmatic breathing. So day 4, we are going to add an action step where we're going to do the same thing before we get out of bed in the morning. So that's our action step for day 4. 12 intentional breaths, just like I described, before you get out of bed in the morning. So your whole day is going to look like this. Before you get out of bed in the morning, you're going to do 12 intentional breaths. Then you're going to fast for 4 hours, the first 4 hours of the day, from all screen time. And then in the evening, you're going to fast 4 hours from all screen time. And when you lay down to go to bed, you're going to do 12 intentional breaths. That's going to be every day from here on out. Not for the rest of the 7-week mind-body reset, but this is a permanent thing. Remember, a reset does not mean you do it for 7 weeks and you go back to your ordinary life. That does you no good. And that brings me to the insight for this week, which is to focus on growth, not on goals. If you grow for a new life, that new life will eventually come to you because your growth will cause your life to expand and everything else in your life to expand, including your consciousness, your relationships, all of it will begin to expand, and you won't be able to go back if you grow into it, right? So those are the total 4 action steps because we added action step number 4 for day 4, and I will see you tomorrow, which will be day 5.